Hello everyone, and welcome back to Roll. Today I want to try and do basically a 6-die challenge. There's several bonuses that you can get in the kind of late game for the highest upgrades, where you really benefit from only having a few dice. So we're going to see what we can do with trying to go over no more than 6 die. So we're going to be putting all our upgrades into these early dice. So we want to only gain die basically by upgrading the shop, I think. The number of shop upgrades is 1, 2, 3, 4. So we gain 4 die on upgrades. We start with 1 is 5. So we can buy 1 dice at some point, as I understand it. When that will be, who knows? But we're going to put everything we can into those 6 dice. So here comes dice number 2. Then we'll pop our first reroll. So these are going to be bad because this is the quantity of dice times 10. So that will only ever be worth 60, which is not the big numbers we need. A 10 face is not bad. That could be some good early growth for us. But I think I just want to find things like incrementers to get these dice growing, because they're the only dice we're going to have. That's half the dice that we will ever get in this run. Upgrade the shop once more. So that's a standard die, we don't want that. A big die like this could be advisable for our 6th die, because we'll get another one here and then another one upgrading the shop for its last time, which will put us at 5. So something like that early could be kind of our early money maker. I also think adjacency reroller is going to be important on that center die, because we're going to have a cross of 5 and then one other filling out the corners. So we want to make sure that center die is full of adjacency rerolls, because the dice next to it are always going to be the ones that are the best value. So let's swap that one out. Adds a multiplier to a die face of your choice. The value of this face will be multiplied by the specified amount whenever it's rolled. Only affects numeric faces. Replaces existing face multipliers. 6 half incrementers is definitely what we want, because we want one of these dice to grow up to 99s as fast as possible. We are burning through our rolls, but I'm hoping that the late game is really going to pay off for us. So these two are exactly the same. I wish I knew where the extra dice came in first after our first 5. I assume it's going to be top left, so we're going to grow this dice. And then otherwise, I'm not going to get this yet. We'll probably have a chance to buy a good die later. So let's upgrade again once we can afford to do so. Numbers on that left die are improving greatly. That's our 4th die. And our 5th will be in the opposing cross position. None of this stuff I think we specifically want right now, so let's reroll. Less than 6 dice bonus. When you have less than 6 dice, the value of all dice will be increased by 300%. We want that immediately. So this isn't 6 or less die, this is less than 6 dice, so I'm glad we didn't buy something earlier. This is buying a whole die. We can't afford to do that if we want to upgrade our shop a last time. But let's get this less than 6 bonus, because that's what we're here for. Then we triple the efficacy of all of our dice rolls. So it's like having 3 times as many dice. Otherwise, what else do we want? A single increment of face is not terrible. A 40 dice face is pretty good. So these are about 3,000 together. Let's just roll for those. Very good. Let's put the 40 on whatever is lowest, so long as it is adjacent to the reroller. And we'll put the incrementer on this 6 here. We don't want to boost a die. We don't want to add this die. I don't want the wild cards just yet, so let's keep re-rolling. When you have less than 6 dice, all dice will be rolled an additional time. Does not stack with other re-roll effects. Well, we want that because all of our dice are worth 300%, and so 300% doubled is 600%. Then, do we want more rerolls or weights on anything currently? I guess we want weights on the rerolls. And we would prefer a triple adjacency reroller. Replaces a dice face of your choice with adjacency roller. Roll additional times according to the amount specified. Although this does not stack with other reroll effects, and we now know that when we have less than 6 in dice, all dice will be rolled an additional time. But this is 3 total or 3 additional? Rolled additional times to the amount I've specified. So this is strictly better. So let's get that in the center so that we can start re-rolling these other big numbers. And a lot of this stuff is fairly inexpensive compared to other stuff that we can be buying. And then we'll put a weight on that, because we want that to be appearing just about every single time if it can be helped. I need more incrementers. Let's buy these big dice values as well, because we want all of the small numbers to be bigger than they are currently. That's a given. And then we'll start spending our rerolls looking for more synergies, and of course upgrade the shop a final time. So this adds a dice, this adds a die. We don't want to lock because this clones, and I don't think we want the lightweight anywhere specific. So let's save up now for the last shop upgrade. And that will be our 5th dice. And so now we have all the dice that are available to us. We re-roll our improved shop. When the value of all Yahtzees will be increased by the bonus percentage. So that's going to be really good if we can get to lots of die. In fact, we would need all 5 of our dice rolling 99s, which is going to be hard, especially on this center die that now has weighted rerolls on it. So I don't think Yahtzees is going to be the way to go. As a multiplier to a dice, when it's rolled, will be multiplied by the specified amount. a face of your choice adds the value to itself. Effect multiples by the chosen face by 2. So we want to do that on some of our kind of... like this 46 would become just about 99, which was what we're after. So we can do this 53 to get it to a 99. But these numbers are going to keep growing themselves. This 44 becoming an 88, I think, is better for us, because this will become 99 eventually. And we'll do that again. Nice and cheap. And what number this time? This 40, I guess. So we don't want number of dice because we're not doing that. I don't want the D incrementer dice, or a D incrementer face even. So let's roll. The value of rerolled dice are increased by the bonus percentage. Well, we are always re-rolling our dice because we have fewer than 6. So that's incredible. Also, an incrementer is incredible. Let's get this because it's really cheap first, and then we can be incrementing something while we hunt down the bigger prize. So that incrementer can go down here. We could put a weight on it. I think I'll do that just so that we can have that one die face A growing and then B rewarding us with that higher number more frequently as we go. And then I don't think there's anything else we want to weigh down. I guess we could do like the 88 just so that it appears more often. It's so cheap comparatively at the moment. Oh, we got a 93 here. We should be buying that and putting it somewhere. Tell you what, doing the 5 dice challenge is a lot easier to make all the decisions that you need to make because so many of them are just out of the question. And where are we going to put this? If we put it here, this is going to roll more frequently than the average. But I guess we have a 1 in 6 chance of getting this growing higher plus its weighted value, and a 1 in 6 value of being 93, which I guess is fine. So rerolls increased by 100%. That's what we want next. And we got there pretty swiftly. So not adding die, don't care about die multipliers. We've bought that. We don't care about die quantity multipliers. I don't have anywhere I want to put a weight. Don't care about Yahtzees. Big die faces I am interested in. That's a die, that's a copy, that's a single incrementer. Right, we want 6 incrementers somewhere on whichever die is currently smallest and or not growing. And that would be this guy. And now that we have those, we can get a single incrementer somewhere. And the ×4 multiplier includes single face multipliers, but excludes other multipliers of the same type. Note this effects occur after bonuses. If we can only have one of those types of multipliers work, I think we should wait to get a ×5 or a ×10. So let's buy these dice faces. In fact, let's get the incrementer first, because we can already afford that one. And I'm going to add it to this die, and we can put all our single incrementers down there in future. So now we're just trying to get 5 as optimized as possible dice, is all we can be doing. So this die has 50% chance of rolling a high scoring number, whereas this is only a 1/3 chance, 33%. But these are all growing. These are not. So in that case, I'm going to do this. And then we can just put more single value numbers up there. Let's buy the +10 as well. And we'll put that on. It's going to put it on a number of 89 or higher just so that we can make a 99, but we don't have one. So let's make the 79 and 89, then if we get another +10 we can make it a 99 and lose no value on it. Time to... Is it time to think about Yahtzees? How close are we to a bunch of 99s? This will get there eventually. Some of these might get there eventually. That will get there eventually. Some of this stuff will get there eventually. Maybe it is time to start investing in Yahtzees. Although it's that middle die, isn't it? It's this. Because if we don't get 5 of a kind, the Yahtzee is no good to us. So we'll hold off a little longer. Upon purchase, non-standard dice can receive the effects of doubles, triples, and Yahtzee bonuses. I'm not sure how much that benefits us. Adds a multiplier to a dice face of your choice. The value of this face will be multiplied by the specified amount whenever it's rolled. Only affects numeric faces, replaces existing face multipliers. So we want that on a 99 now. I think that's how that works. And it's cheap enough that we can find out. So this 84 should grow to 99 fairly quickly. So it'll be 84 times 10. So we want to put plus x 10s on everything, basically. I don't know what this really means. So I'm not going to mess with it for a $0.5 on our such limited dice. I don't want numbers that are going to get smaller. I don't want this. The times 5 is interesting, but I think we can hold out for a times 10 or some such and a weight. There's our times 10. Run multiplier, I don't think we're going to see too often. These I don't care about. This I don't really care about. So let's get that times 10. No idea how long it'll take us to get about 200 grand's worth. Answer, not very long. This run is stacking up to be a good one. Now, do we put that on the center die and let all the other die grow to really large values, or do we put it somewhere else on a die face that's not growing? I'm going to go with the dice face that's not growing because this one doesn't have any weights on it. So now if we can find a weight to put on that times 10, that would be great. I also want to put this on a big number somewhere. Look, that took literally one roll, which is great. Right, something to times 5. This guy's nearly capped out. Let's do it over here because that's got a weight on it as well. We need lots of weights at the moment. We are running out of free rerolls though, which is scary. When you roll triples, roll all 3 dice 2 additional times, does not stack with other reroll effects. Well, all of our dice are rerolling a bunch because we have so few dice. We will add a face value to itself. That was a big one. So something close to 51 that is not doubling itself is not growing currently. Probably going to be this 63, I guess. We will add a half incrementer somewhere. These dice just haven't had any love yet, but I'd rather the other stuff get growing because we want rerolls here. Although, I guess we don't really because everything's getting rerolled frequently. That's what I get when I forget what the exact terms of the passives we have are. Add 6 incrementers. We can buy that immediately, put it on whichever dice is getting the least love. I'm going to put it on this die and add it to all that stuff that's not growing. I'm going to buy an 87 and replace something small with it. How did that make 500,000? Can I see the dice roll? So it was 98 times 5 times 10 plus everything else before it 3 times. That is huge. We still need to wait on that times 10. But we were buying this 87. And what isn't growing? This 5 is not. And adds a multiplier to a die face when it's rolled. So we have so much score to spend right now. So this 99 has a multiplier, this one doesn't, but it's on the die face with the 10x. So let's put it down here instead. I guess we want this on something as well, because we want every dice face rolling as big a number as possible every single time. Oh, we get 1 free refresh every 100 rolls. I'd never stopped to kind of process that bit. Run multipliers, wildcards, 2 times 5s, and a 98. We can afford all of this immediately because of that colossal roll we had a moment ago. So let's put this here. And let's get more of our dice faces producing colossal numbers. These will have multipliers. That can have a multiplier. I'm trying to avoid making the die face with the times 10 multiplier on it more. We want the times 10 to appear and boost everything else, so it's not worth trying to boost the things on the same dice as it because they can't both appear at once. Replaces a die face with your choice of a multiplier. We have the times 10 in play, so we don't want this. I don't know if wildcards are going to be awesome right now or not, so I'm going to avoid it for the moment. There's a weight that we want, and we want it on the times 10, obviously. 6 incrementers. All numeric faces with a value less than 13 will be increased by 1000%. We don't have many of those left, and the ones that we do have are basically all growing. So let's skip that. A 94 is a really nice big number. We will replace this 5 with it, perhaps? No, one of these. These can still have the times 10 appear on them. And we want the 10x multiplier on whatever thing is closest to 99. These will have multipliers. That does. That does. Let's put it on this 94, I guess. And do we have a dice that is not currently incrementing? Because if we do, we can make it grow. Basically just this 5 on this die isn't, but how much does this cost? 44,000? Doesn't even seem like that much anymore. We don't want die, we don't want that. We've bought everything that we could possibly want here. As ever, a weight is interesting. The value of all doubles will be increased by this bonus percentage. We'll take that because we'll soon be rolling double 99s some places. Where do we want the weight? I'm sure we want it somewhere. Probably this 93 times 10, or this 99 times 10, I think. So let's grab that, because there's nothing weighted on that die yet. So that's going to be really good. Plus 9, I'm sure we can find a valuable space to boost something up a bit. What's most efficient? Sure, why not? So we're still spending that kind of half mil that we generated a few turns ago. Add a face value to itself. Yes, please. I think 47 is probably the most efficient here. And now our rerolls start costing us. We'll make a couple. I'm going to buy this 95. Find some tiny die to replace, like this 4. We probably want this weight somewhere, but for now we're actually low on points. So this is a 99 times 10, that's weighted, this is weighted, that's a 99 times 10. Nothing over here is weighted, so we'll put it on the 70, oh no, the 72 is times 5. I'll put it there, and then if we can upgrade that to a times 10 later, I will. I'm going to add 10 to something just because I think it's worthwhile. 89 gets to 99 as we intended a long time ago. And now we just kind of have to balance hunting down value. Holy cow! What just happened? 95, 95, 73 times 5, and 11 all times by 10. and probably some other shenanigans going on, but we can buy everything now. This could be the strategy to blow my high score out of the water. Do we need a 33 somewhere? Yes. I should have guessed that we did. If we needed a 33, we certainly need an 83. Now it's just going to be getting all of these guys to 99 as fast as possible. What's the smallest? It's going to be this 6. Add a number to itself. What's closest to 50? 58. Gets us to 99 there. I don't care about a lightweight. When you have less than 6 dice, each time you roll, all numeric faces on all die will be increased by 1. Yes. Could have done with it a bit earlier, but having it now is wonderful. So all our dice are going to blossom to 99. Replaces a dice face. Most common number, so it's going to be 99 times the number of occurrences, 4 doubled. Probably not what we need. When you roll a numeric number divisible by 2, increase it. We don't need that. We want something times 10, whatever 99 we can find. I'm going to make this times 5 to be instead a times 10, because it's already weighted. Right, now we have to think about how much we actually spend on rerolls. We'll get a times 5 on something, because we want every dice roll that we get to just be incredible. Alright, let's just kind of roll for a hot minute. And let's do it with the traditional spacebar method and see what happens to our score. So that was like 3 million. That was 3 million. That was 3-4 million. That was tiny. We're going to generate some very big numbers very quickly. If we go down to, say, just like 1100, there's a lot of lag. So that's 128 million. Our high score is just shy of 400 million, so we're definitely going to beat that this turn, this game. I think what we now need is Yahtzee bonuses. Looking at 99 in basically all places. So, upon purchase, die quantity faces can be affected by multipliers which target a single face. Single face multipliers will no longer target any numerical values, only die quantity faces. We don't care about die quantity faces because we only have 5 die. Prime numbers, we don't have any prime numbers because all our numbers are 99, which divides by 3, 30 and 33, and 11, and probably some other things. Don't need adjacency rerollers. It's 135 million to reroll. That's so much. Alright, well, we are gonna roll. Let's do 1 and just check that going from 100 to 99 isn't the free one. It's not. So let's roll down to 1,000. Hunt down our free reroll. So that's very nearly my high score. We're about 40 million off. There's our free reroll. This is not Yahtzee bonuses. And to reroll now is 1 billion. Which is ludicrously expensive. I can't think of anything that we really badly want to put weights on. I guess we could put weights on this 99 times 10, like this 99 times 10, so just we have a higher chance of getting 99 times 10 on any given roll. Let's see if that's true somewhere else. If it's not, we have a times 10 available to us now, but we can do 99 times 10. Got 1 on that die, 2 on that die, the times 10 itself on this die. That might be a times 10. So let's put another one on this side. And then I don't want to reroll for 1 billion. So we're going to roll down to 900. Just looking for the Yahtzee bonus now, which I regret not buying sooner. I concede. It's just a sea of black. Alright, well we've reached a new high score. There's our free reroll. Again, no Yahtzees. We can take a times 5 and a weight just to increase our chances of something with a weight and a multiplier appearing. Single face multiplier times 2. I mean, it's better than a non-times multiplier on any given dice that appears. Oh, that's the totally wrong thing. Damn. Alright, well, I will live with my consequences down to 800 on the rolls. Well, there's a new high score. There's our free reroll. So I'm going to replace that die I put here with a 33, and let's add that value to itself. It will very quickly balloon to 99, I'm sure. We don't need the incrementer or an incrementer die. We can't have runs when we have all 99s, so we'll roll down to 700, still looking for Yahtzee bonuses. Alright, there's our first billion. Show me the reroll. Run multipliers, weights, plus 10 multipliers. Nothing there we want. And so now we just kind of repeat this story through the last 700 increments. I didn't expect this to go nearly this successfully when we set out. Non-standard multiples. But this costs 2 billion, almost 3 billion. Which I do not need. Down to 500. It will give us the Yahtzee bonus, but only when we have 100 rolls remaining. That will be the cruel final hurrah for the game. Hey, Yahtzee rerolls. We need. Oh, we don't need a bit more because there's 152 million, not 1.5 billion. Numbers are made up. Nothing is real. So now, whenever we roll a Yahtzee, we'll roll all 5 dice 3 additional times. Although I think we're kind of doing that with only having 5 dice, but I forget what benefits we have these days. There's a Yahtzee. There's another one. There's another one. So we're going to have a lot of those. Let's get down to 400 rolls. See if it will give us that 300% bonus for having Yahtzees or similar. Nope, the same one again. Zoom down to 300. Just makes me think of a emo kid's ball pit. Anyone else? When you roll a Yahtzee, all numeric values on all 5 dice will be increased by 3. That's no good to us because all our dice are 99, unless that magically let them go above 99, but I don't think that's going to happen. We got 2 free rerolls left, one at 200, one at 100. But then we're going to post a very high score. Numbers divisible by 2 is no good for us. I think we're just going to roll out now. Less the reroll at 100, of course. I'm just really glad I didn't buy that one die that would have taken us to 6 by mistake. That would have been a nightmare. Run multipliers, no good. Don't need any of that stuff. Let's take it home. See if we can crack 3 billion. Probably not at this point. Yeah, almost certainly not. Well, there it is. 2.714 billion. A very good showing against our previous best of nearly 400 million. Let's put in the old username. Not that it's not going to be reset in about a week. And that puts us in 160th. But hey, it's the highest we've been yet. Well, I might put this down until the leaderboard resets in 8 days. I think there's a update coming with some minor tweaks, even though the game is out in full release now. Content update in 8 days, 9 days. So we'll see what that brings, but thank you ever so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and got this far, please do consider liking it. It lets me know that you've been watching. And if you have any questions or anything, feel free to put them down in the comments. But thank you ever so much for watching. I hope you have a great day. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.